4:50 in the morning, and today's a day that's all about two subjects. One is about unfinished business and the other is about progression, because today I'm going to be hiking from Albany Creek to Samford Village and return. So that's going through Bunyaville Conservation Park and Samford Conservation Park, and a little bit of road walking, hardly any, but it's going to be a giant day, about 24 kilometres and around 736 metres of elevation. So yeah, pretty solid day. But anyway, here's another day for firsts, and let's take our next steps forward. Here's our starting point. We are at the end of Woodhouse Court, and we have a gate to go across. Not going to be daylight. Oh goodness. Not going to be daylight for, what is it, 10 to 5. Won't be daylight till a minute after 6. Well established trail, and can't really film in this dark light, but it is absolutely beautiful. Good morning, nature. I've been going for about an hour now, and I've been hiking through Bunyaville State Conservation Park, and there is a gate here. I'll just turn on my light. There is a gate here, so I'm just about to walk into my first section of residential area. Good thing has been that although I've been walking in the dark, obviously, there's been nearly a full moon, and the dear little spiders have been lighting up the path with their little eyes. You won't see them in the video, but they're absolutely everywhere here. Frosty last night, so temperature must have got low, but wow, I'm feeling hot already. Midwinter in southeast Queensland, gosh. It might have something to do with my pack weight though. Begun my first section of road walk through some very nice houses, and we turn left in a minute. It's mossy and slippery. Good morning! Now that you can actually see me, I've been going for a little bit over 2 hours now, and you know, compared to the last time I did this, to get to Samford it took me a really nicely quick 2 hours and 48 minutes. However, this morning, or on that day I should say, I had 7 or 8 kilos in my backpack, or 9, somewhere around there. Today I've got 14 because I'm busy progressing and also filming for you guys, whereas last time I was just simply walking it for a weighted backpack training section. Good morning, grandson. Can you see what Grandma has? It's a black bean seed pod. Do you remember collecting these with Grandma? Shall we open them up together to see the seed pods? There we go. Black bean seed pods. You know these guys well. It's time to have my second break, and although it's been mid-winter in southeast Queensland and I started in the dark and there was a frost out, I'm now really feeling the heat. So I'm having some Staminade because I've been sweating out a storm. The other thing that I'm going to enjoy is a lovely banana to give me some energy for the next section, because the next section is up and down lots of massive hills. So I better go on with my food break, and I'll talk to you a bit later. Oh, I had nutrition wise, I had 4 Wheat Bix for breakfast with 1.5 cups of milk and 2 700ml giant cups of leaf tea. This break has been had at our park, and this shed over the back is a toilet that is kept spotlessly clean. So well done, council. How good's that? And next up I'll be turning right. Break done. And we're 2 hours 23 minutes as far as walking time's concerned. I had probably a 15-minute break there. I didn't time it, but that's about what I had. And now I get to walk up a big hill. Next I'm walking up to the top of that ridge line. That's where I've come from, walked up that little road section. And if you wanted to enter Samford Conservation Park, you could go that way, but it does add on a couple of kilometres to today's walk, so I don't need that. So the most direct route is up this track here, so let's go up there next. Getting into the steep stuff now. You're going to see the view of the mountains in a minute. So I'll go up and over, or ridge lines. So that's the next ridge line that we're going up that way. Man, it's steep. Uppity, uppity, up. That's where I'm going next. But you might be wondering why I'm pack training. Well, I have a few really exciting alpine multi-dayers coming up in not so much long. In about 6 weeks now. Before that I have the Kalula Great Walk, so I have those multi-days alpine, and I'll be carrying about 16 kilos for that, I would think. Great to see Griffith Uni doing a koala monitoring program, because I tell you, we used to have koalas in our backyard at Albany Creek, and after the drought of 2018-19 they all left. And you know, it doesn't matter where I hike now, I don't see koalas anywhere in Brisbane, on the north side, Mount Cootha, Nogra, Albany Creek, Samford, any of these areas where I'm walking through a lot of bush, I haven't seen a one. Hands-free at the moment, and in the past the vision's been a bit jumpy for that, so I do apologise. I'm starting to go down one of the quite steep little pinch points on this trail. I think it's called the Niger Trail, and so I really need to be using my poles and concentrating. If you look at where the top of the ridge line is, you might be able to see the power tower. And now we start going uppity up, up, up. So this is actually the hardest part of today. You go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you do really feel it on this section, so it's important to watch your pace and not let your ego get in the way, because whatever pace you're doing on a relatively flat trail, you know, you could almost go maybe not quite half that pace going up a really steep hill, but you get the general idea. Smaller steps, which looks after the calves and ankles, as opposed to nice big long strides, which is what I prefer. But my exercise physiologist at Queensland Sports Medicine Clinic explained that smaller steps are much better doing that. So a bit of huffing and puffing going on here. So, and I can see ahead, and once again I'm about to go down a really steep bit again. So, coming down to this steep bit again. Bit of rock in places to help you. Just like last time when I was hiking this with Nikki, I was saying, oh, time to use my trekking poles, and once again I'm prioritising filming. But I might just stand still, or at least walk over to one side, because yes, the track goes around the corner and then up the hill over the back, and it is jolly steep. Right, can you see the next hill behind me? That's my forward position. I'm heading up that hill next. But it occurred to me that if you wanted to do a smaller part of this walk, not walk all of the way, because I'm doing from Albany Creek to Samford Village and return, but if you wanted to do half of that, I have already filmed that episode for YouTube with the gorgeous Nikki from her channel Gnarly Adventures, and so you'll see that, I don't know, maybe half a dozen episodes before this one. And that's only 11.4 kilometres, and you still get a reasonable amount of elevation gain in, so it's well worth doing. Yeah, so onwards we go, uppity, 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 up, and then we go downity, 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 down, and then we go uppity, 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 up till we get to Ruby Court. Update time, I've come from that hill way over the back, up and down, up and down, up and down, and now I am continuing up this way. Whew. And it's a bit hard to see, but the ridge line up over the back is where I'm headed. That's where Ruby Court is, up the top there. So we're about to go down that steep hill down there, and then up the top you might be able to see the bitumen. Up the top, that's Ruby Court. So one more steep down, one more steep up. Yay, yay. For now, anyway. Okay, I'm up at Ruby Court now, but that mountain or range are right at the back, the highest point. That's where I've come from. Walked up and down, up and down, up and down. I'll just take the zoom right off. And yeah, now I need to walk up just a tiny bit of Ruby Court and then swing a left. So good. Here's Ruby Court. Oh, standing on a rock, so I better be careful. There's that electricity tower that you could see right at the very beginning of this section. Hydration wise, so far today let's see, 700 millimetres of tea. Uh, 600 mils of, it's just homemade staminade with hydrolyte and Brocrin. And then after that I had a bottle of water, so 2 6 of 12, so 1.2 plus 700 mil is 1.9, so time for another 600 mils, absolutely, because I don't know if you can see, but I am sweating up a storm. Can't really see Moreton Island. It's way out the back. Once again, it's too hazy and we're looking right into the sun. But if you can pick up a tower, yeah, I'll put it in the center screen right now. That's near to where I started. So I know this is on full zoom, but we have walked all the way across here, and then the trees are hiding all of the ups and downs that we've done. But anyway, just about to spit out onto Postman's Track. Now I'm going to hang a left there. It's a road, by the way. But we only walk it for, I don't know, 40, 50 metres, something like that, before we take a right-hand little single trail back into the bush in Samford Conservation Area again. So this is single trail, but it does become an old fire management track, so it does widen out. It's a bit hard to see through the trees over there, but we have Mount Glorious and Mount Nebo area all the way along there, and then up on the far right, up that way, Mount Cobble. Wow, it's nice to be back in the bush again. So already the single trail, you can see it's wide enough where it was but a fire management trail at some stage. I don't think it's been used as that as a long time, but as road sections go, you know, Ruby Court was probably, I don't know, between 70 to 100 metres all up, and then Postman's Track would have been about 50 metres, I guess. So as road walking sections go, that's hardly anything. Bit of rock here, which I like. There's been a lot of gravelly stuff. It's very shaly on this trail, so you do have to watch your step. But anyway, now I meander through the glorious Australian bush, albeit with a side serve of traffic noise. How beautiful is this though? As they say, God's country, absolutely glorious. We're just about to pop out of that little connecting bit of bushland. So this little bit connects us from Postman's Track, where you hang a right onto Bygot's Road. So if you didn't cut out that bit that I just did, you'd be coming from there. And it's pretty slippery going down there. And it's far nicer walking through the bush, and it takes you off that really busy road along the top. But anyway, we just follow this road for a tiny bit, and we take the very next left into Burns Road. You can see Burns Road is a gravel road, and those mountains over the back, that's Mount Nebo, oh sorry, Jolly's Lookout, which is near Mount Nebo. Anyway, we follow this road for a bit, not for long, before we veer off to the right, down once again back into the bush. And although you can't see it at the moment, the valley below those mountains at the back is Samford Village. So I'm making good progress. closer. Woo. Goal for today is to spend a really long amount of time, potentially 7 or 8 hours, with my backpack on of 14 kilos now. It's not 14 kilos at the moment because I've already drunk quite a bit of water out of that. So it'll be down to 14, so it'll be 12 at the moment. And once I've had my lunch and everything at Samford Village, an early lunch, I will refill all the water bottles, so I've got 14 kilos going back up. But yes, today needs to be, it's just about having a longer day on trail. You know, when you get to the 7 and 8 hours on trail, you know, that's definitely a longer day. Still perhaps, well, it'll be similar in length, in hours, to a couple of my alpine multi-days, some of the longer days there. Definitely will be 8 hours for some bits of it. I'm very excited about that. I'll have to fill you in about that as we get a little bit closer. But yes, today is about how, you know, having a substantial amount of hours with 14 kilos on my back and just maintaining a steady pace. You know, tortoise and the tortoise and the hare, tortoise and the tear. Good God. Yes, anyway, you know what I mean. That analogy. Just take it nice and easy and enjoy the heck out of the day. And it's going to be longer because I'm filming for you guys as well, so that adds on. You know, you could probably say a couple of hours, really, maybe, potentially, somewhere around. Reached the end of Burns Road. That gate is Baden Powell Scout Park, so we're not allowed down there. So there's a track just below this no through road sign, so we continue up and down the hills down there to get to Samford Village. Just talking all things safety for a moment. So on day hikes like today, I'm tracked via 2 different methods using my Spot PLB GPS tracker, which is connected to 4 safety contacts, so they can check in every 30 minutes. Also, because I have an iPhone, I use the Find My Friends app. So predominantly on day hikes, it's pretty much my mountain man who's tracking every move I make, and then the others can check in if they want to. On multi-day hikes, obviously I use both devices, and when I'm out of range, then the Spot device sends a message when I get to camp in the afternoon, around 4 o'clock usually, just to say at camp, all good. So yes, I am digitally tracked no matter where I go, and that's a good thing because safety is really important to me. Start our final descent down to Samford Valley, down through all the houses. We're not far to go now. from Corella Court, I turned left into Jancy Court, which is right here. This is the very end of it. And then we have the very last tiny little bit of descent down to the main road, which is Mount Sampson Road. And we're actually in Samford Village right now. Okay, well it's time for lunch break now. Had to put my headset in because it's Kids Central here at Samford Village today. School holidays. So there are children absolutely everywhere. So it's making it a bit tricky. I found a back corner right up against the Samford Museum. So I'm going to have some lunch. Just making some coffee. That was coffee that I ground in my coffee maker at home at 4 o'clock this morning. So a triple shot of coffee is going to help me on the return. And then for lunch today, in there is chickpeas, can of salmon, and some cold slaw dressing. Oops. And I'll be cleaning that up, and some tomato and pepper and salt. So that's going to definitely fuel me, which is awesome. So better get into lunch now. Yum. Better get those calories in. It's a really steep track back, a lot of elevation going, so I'm going to need the energy. Yeah, that's pretty much a litre of coffee, don't judge. I needed to add more cold water. Here I am at the back of the museum. Oh my God, that's good. Very naughty having a whole litre of coffee. That's not at all what I'd normally do, but today it's just the way I worked it out by adding too much water, so I had to add cold water in to cool it down. Flat white, 3 shots. 4 actually. Taken the cover off my jet boil so that I can try and cool it down a bit more quickly. Oh boy, I've added heaps of water, but it's going to take over. I let it get too hot. It's the thing with jet boils, they boil so fast in a flash. So yeah, I'm having a longer break here just because I can't really cool it down without putting any more water in it. I'm going to put it in my drink bottle that goes in my sternum strap so I can drink some on the way down, way back. I'm heading back now. So I just need to cross the bridge here at Samford Creek, and then I hang a right and start ascending up the first of many, many hills. Step after step, making progress, and that's the important part. Looks like these guys want to be fed, hey? Up, up, up. Oh, gosh, it's a hot day now. They were forecast 26 today, which is hot considering we had a frost overnight. Definitely feeling it now because I've taken a lot of extra time to film. Well, I've got back up to Burns Road, so you know what time it is, and you know what this is. 600 mils of coffee, not iced but cool. So I initially made up 800 as you saw, and then I had to top it up. Ended up topping it up to make up 1.5 litres, only because it was way too hot. So it's just like the weather today. Just a fair warning, there could be some whinging in this part back because it is definitely harder, I have to say. As expected, but yeah, might have a little bit of whinging, sorry. Hot, hot. Red in the face. Challenges. They're really important. They're incredibly important to include in our lives and to work out, when you set a goal, work out the steps towards achieving them. Hate hiking in the heat, have to say. Bring on Alpine. Not that it doesn't get hot down there, it does, but that's not going to be the case in winter. Oh, God only hopes. Well, one thing for sure, the top of that hill's not getting any closer, but there's one thing I do need to do, and that's put on some more of my tinted zinc. This will be my third lot today. I've got to look after that old skin, hey? Anyway, I'll get this done and have some more, the last of my coffee, cold coffee, and off I'll go. All aboard the roller coaster ride. Toot toot. You probably can't see the hill in the far, far back. Right up the very, 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 very back. That's where I'm headed. Oh, I'm already partially the way down. Well, I'm deep into the ups and downs now. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. Don't mind the elevation gain and loss. But the heat, oh my goodness. Wind all the way home. These babies are just about to bloom. Down, 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 up, up, up. That's the majority of the elevation gain done for the day. I still do have some more, but that's a harder section all done. So now I just walk down the road, and next you'll see me at that playground where the toilet is, where I had my second breakfast this morning. Bye-bye Samford Conservation Park. Next will be Bunyaville Conservation Park. It's a bit hard to see now because I'm sitting at a different shelter, but I'm at the playground that you saw when I was having second breakfast, and now I'm here for afternoon tea, which is at lunchtime. So definitely smashing some electrolytes and some more Staminade because I have been perspiring up a storm. I'm completely wet through, to be honest. So having some of that. And then I also have a heap of walnuts and seeds, pepitas, all that sort of stuff. And this, as far as stats go so far, we're looking at a little over 17, so 17.19 kilometres, 6 hours 52 minutes with the backpack on moving time. So that's going to be really good. Final figure will definitely put me in the range that I wanted, maybe a little bit over, but that's okay. Anyway, I better keep moving.
Past the very expensive houses again.
And from there, I'm on Powerful Owl Drive at the moment, crossing back into there. So this is exactly the same route as I took this morning. I don't know if you can see the top of the ridge line over there, but that's where I came from before. Heading down this hill, and then I hang a left on this road and then go right back into the bush again. Okay, this is the last bit of suburbia. Have a look at the robotic lawnmower. How cool is that? Last bit of suburbia before we enter Bunyaville Conservation Park. So we are definitely on the home stretch now. Past the Banksies again. Ooh. And into the conservation park. Back through the gate, and then we hang a sharp left just here. It looks like I'm on bike tracks, mountain bike trucks. I should clarify that's because I am, just for a tiny little bit, because when I was originally creating the walking route from Albany Creek to Samford Village, I had two criteria. One was to stay on trails but go through as much bushland as humanly possible, and then the second criteria was to make it as straight a line between Albany Creek and Samford Village as I could. So this is the result, and I do this squiggly bit here just because it's part of the trails. It's not very often that I meet a mountain bike on this trail. However, whenever I do, I always hop completely off the path well in advance, because the last thing I want to do is interrupt their flow. Okay, last road crossing up that other side there, and then about a kilometre through the last of Bunyaville Conservation Park. Nikki, you'll laugh at this. This is where I led you astray the other day. I took you right because we were deep in conversation when I should have taken you left. So you can bet after a day of filming, a very long day on trail, I am not doing all of those ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs on the steeper hills to get to the end of this hike. I'm taking the way we were supposed to go. Oh goodness, don't stumble in the last minute. Well, that's the exit point once again for Bunyaville Conservation Park, and that's the end of my hike today. As far as stats go, let me see, we had 23.30 kilometres, 708 metres elevation gain, and 8 hours and 58 minutes. So that was quite the day. So today's a Friday, tomorrow's a recovery day. Well, actually, it's a family fun day being on a Saturday, and it's going to be pretty full on, so that's going to be fun. Sunday's family hike day, including little grandson, so the whole family up at Mount Glorious. And yes, Monday will be your rest and recovery day. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and catch you on the next one. Bye for now.